I have Syracuse 24-17. Low-scoring game, lots of running going on. The clock will be moving the entire time, but Syracuse can get up by a score, and I think they'll hold on.
And for me, my X factor is David Sims going to the other side of the ball. Sims with 6 touchdowns on the ground this year, and Vadley has struggled. We know that, so Sims really has to step up. If SU takes him out of the run game, the dive is gone, and Georgia Tech's only going to be able to go up the seams. But if Sims has a good game on the ground, Tech can do a number of things, and Vadley might just get it going again. David Sims, my X factor, the B-back in the triple option.
Well, they were right about 2 things. The clock never stopped moving in this game, and David Sims did have a good game himself. He did play a big role in that triple option for Georgia Tech, but Syracuse never had a shot in this. Didn't score any points. Andrew Miller did pick 24-17, but little off there.
Yeah, Syracuse didn't even get any points on board. 17, a low-scoring affair. I think we expected that going into the game, but never a shutout from Georgia Tech. You know, their defense is not the greatest, but they're definitely, not the worst. But you have to look at, Syracuse's offense. Terrell Hunt in the passing attack, never able to get it going, and that's been something that's happening all year long. They have to find a way to really fix that.
Yeah, Miller did also mention that his X factor was the Syracuse linebackers, and they didn't show up today either. So really, nothing really went right for the CC analysts or for the Syracuse Orange in this one. But now let's get back into the game here. We're going to go to our segment that we like to call By the Numbers. All right, a lot of statistics to pick from in this one, Chris. But, first, nothing really went right for Syracuse, as we mentioned throughout the entire show. So my number is going to be the number 4. Now, a little bit of a context for you is that this does pertain to the offense. So it's a low number, so it's up to you to guess.
4 first downs for the SU offense.
No, actually. This particular number is actually the number of possessions. This actually represents 4 minutes. SU had several possessions in the game, but none of those possessions were over 4 minutes long. The longest possession of the game was for 3:11. They actually ended up having 8 punts and 3 turnovers to end several of their drives. So Riley Dixon got quite a workout today, and Syracuse really could not stay on the field. Really, Georgia Tech dominated on the field. They had one drive that went for 7 minutes long, and ended up with a touchdown. But Syracuse was never able to get anything going. Terrell Hunt threw the pick. Drew Allen threw a pick, and then also there was the fumble that Terrell Hunt had, and then as I mentioned, the 8 punts, several different 3-and-outs. Really, nothing going well for the Syracuse offense here. Really made Georgia Tech look like a dominant defense.
Yeah, well, I have a number for you that you probably won't be able to guess right. That's 91. What do you think that's about?
91. It's a tough number. Maybe the number of total passing yards.
No, I mean, that's close, but 91 penalty yards. Syracuse really shot themselves into the foot. While the Georgia Tech defense really stopped the running game and the passing attack, Syracuse had 9 penalties for 91 yards. And if you have to go back to one of Georgia Tech's touchdowns, Syracuse had a chance to make it a field goal try, but Michael Robinson had a roughing the passer penalty. It was a controversial call, but despite that, they still scored a touchdown on that. And then in the end, with the SU offense, false start penalties, they had a chance to go down and score the only touchdown of the game when they were in Georgia Tech territory. But Rob Trudeau, false start. Another offensive lineman had a false start. Syracuse really shot themselves in the foot because if they were going to have any chance of winning this game, they were going to have to limit the penalties, and they just didn't do that.
On the reverse side of that, Georgia Tech actually had 0 penalties in the game. They're a real disciplined team. They had They had 9 penalties, I think, a couple weeks ago against a different opponent, but in this one, 0 penalties. So they played a real clean game, and Syracuse certainly did not.
Well, yeah, Syracuse has always been known for having an undisciplined team. It's kind of unfortunate because this has been the 4th year, really, that they haven't had a disciplined squad on offense and defense.
Well, that was our By the Numbers segment, and where we both actually ended up stumping each other.